comers like
And
Ace Austin,
this whole
Trey,
last year
Rich
has been a
Swann.
redemption story for Eddie Edwards. So it's cool that it paid off this way.
Exactly. It does work, and he's somebody that you can really get behind. Always puts on tremendous matches. You know, his wife's now wrestling. She was in the Knockouts Championship Gauntlet. He's not going to WWE or AEW anytime soon. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. My standouts in this match were definitely Trey and Rich Swann. And I gotta say, Trey and Ace Austin is a rivalry that has to go down in Impact Wrestling history. They work so well together. It's beautiful, the shit they pull off.
That sounds very, very good, actually.
Mm.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, no, since Ace Austin was making eyes at Trey's mom the last time I watched Impact, that's it's good, and it's good that they still have that hatred for each other.
Right.
And they know each other so well. Like it's fun. It's fun. This was a great match. Then after the match, Ace Austin and Madman Fulton were gonna beat the shit out of Eddie Edwards, and the music hit, and the Good Brothers came out, and the Good Brothers were asking, "Who's the top guy around here?" And Ace Austin's like, "We're the top guys around here. You want to beat up Eddie Edwards? You can beat up Eddie Edwards. We'll let you." And then a machine gun went to shake Ace Austin's hand and then hit him with the stun gun. Or not the stun gun, the gun stun.
The Magic Killer?
No, it was the gun stun and then the Magic Killer.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And they sided with Eddie Edwards. And if this is the beginning of a new Aces and Eights, I think I'm okay with it. They all feel rough and tumble and can do hardcore shit and be rough guys and drink a lot of beer. And they did drink beer in the ring. But
really?
Yeah, it could be good.
That's cool. I'm down for it too. And of course, Doc Gallows is an OG Aces and Eights member. So you got that going for you. You know, if there's any way you could get Bully Ray to come back for even just a short time,
I think you have to. And remember, we had reported it sounds like that's where he could be going.
Yeah, that would be really awesome if you could get Bully Ray to come back even for a short time. But to have a brand new Aces and Eights, I know
especially
it's
now since Impact is looking new with old faces again. So to bring back Aces and Eights just fits so nicely in with everything else that's happening.
Oh, for sure. And even something as cool as we talked about Eddie Edwards being the champion now and with him being in there, having Davey Richards come in as part of it, and then maybe even breaking off. Maybe he's the first one to break off from it or something like that. I don't know. It would be really good. I could see some stuff happening with the Aces and Eights. And Impact's future still looks pretty good, to be honest. They're always seem to be hanging on by a thread, but man, that's
where they thrive.
Exactly.
When there's one thread left,
to say they're gonna hold out, they're gonna do good.
Mm-hmm. It may be a little bit too much of old stars coming back, but it works. It's not WWE, you know.
Well, and it was for this pay-per-view. Obviously, there was a ton of people just recently let go, so that was kind of their way to make an impact. Again, no pun intended.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as they don't play it like they did when Hogan first came in, and then every week they got new WWE guys coming in, as long as this is kind of I know there's I think Zack Ryder coming in, I think, also.
I thought Ryder was going to AEW to be with Cody. That's what I thought.
Maybe
but I haven't heard anything. That's just a rumor and speculation.
I thought there was one more person coming in, but I can't think of.
Well, Heath Slater showed up at this pay-per-view.
Yeah, I know he did.
It was just like a one-off spot mid-show, and he said he was going to enter in the 5-way for the World Championship, or he'd go for the Rascals Open Challenge because he's got a friend backstage who he's pretty sure would be willing to tag team with him.
Rhino.
Yeah, and then I don't know who the guy was who came out, but some
Heath Slater and Rhino back together. Wasn't that kind of awesome?
Yes, that was. I loved that. Heath Slater looked a little bit like a badass though, because he came out, cut his promo. He was a little bit silly, but then this guy came out. I don't know who he is, but he said he's never had a shot, and he wants in the Impact 5-Way World Championship match. And then they fought, and Slater took him out pretty quick. And then later there was that backstage segment with Rhino. And then, like, a backstage producer or something from WWE that I never saw, and so he came up and introduced himself like we all know who he was.
Oh, Scott D'Amore.
Was it? He's fat and, like, old?
Yeah, Scott D'Amore.
Okay, yeah.
You know,
it's
Scott
like,
D'Amore.
It's like a big family reunion, except he's Slater, look at your shirt. It says free agent. You don't work here, and you jumped over the barricade, and you weren't allowed into the building. And so I'm going to give you guys a couple of minutes to say what you need to say, but then I got to get you out of this building. And Rhino's like, just come back on Tuesday, man. I'll make sure it's all good. So this is the same shit Heath Slater was doing when he was a free agent between Raw and SmackDown.
Right? It's the same shit.
I love that he continues the character. It's good. Yeah. No, that's Heath Slater is great at being himself, and WWE just never used it right.
He is. And then we have to mention the only one I think that we haven't mentioned who returned. EC3 had a Videotron promo, right?
Yes, it was like right at the very end as Eddie Edwards and the Good Brothers were sharing beer in the ring. 3 Roman numerals came up on the Titantron. I guess they don't call that anywhere else but WWE, but whatever. And then there was like this video package where EC3 is standing there with facial hair, and he looks dark and scary and angry and muscly, and he like kind of cracks his neck, and then it's like, Impact, thanks you for watching this pay-per-view, goodbye. So he's gonna be Eddie Edwards' probably next opponent, maybe.
He's probably the biggest. He might be the biggest letdown from the people that have come to him and Ricochet, maybe.
Yeah, especially EC3, because that is exactly what Vince looks for in his top star.
Vince looks for. He's got the mic skills. He's got the body. He's got the in-ring stuff.
He's probably dumb enough to be a yes man.
And he started in WWE.
Yeah.
So it's like, how in the hell? I don't know how he didn't work in WWE. I don't know what happened there, but I'm happy to have him back in Impact because he's so good at whatever he does.
I'm happy to have him back at Impact because I didn't get to watch him the first time in Impact, and everybody talks about how great he was. And then he came to WWE, and I'm like, yes, I finally get to see it.
And he didn't do shit.
No.
Yeah, he needs to be someplace where he'll be used, no matter where that is.
Yeah, no, it's weird because this is an era of Impact I never got to watch, but now I'm getting to watch it because all these people are coming back. And so for me, it feels really good, but I don't have the nostalgia, so it's weird because I feel like the nostalgia is there, but it's not.
Right? No, I
like it. I like it. And I guess maybe that's a good thing. Impact's getting new eyes that they never had before. Yeah, show them what you did best. Exactly. Even if it is 10 years later.
No, exactly. So, Paystee, best match on the card, what do you got?
The main event.
All right, and if you had to give this pay-per-view a final grade overall, what would you give it?
I'm going to go a solid B.
All right.
I could give it more, I'm just not willing to.
No, that sounds about right from the way you described it. I'm definitely going to go back and watch Impact Slammiversary, so overall, I might add my final grade into this, and that might affect it in our year-end review, folks. Horror Show at Extreme Rules, I'm probably going to keep you at a D+, but I might watch one or two of the shows.
At least watch Ziggler McIntyre, it was fun.
I should.
I forgot to say while we were reviewing it, too. Well... Dolph Ziggler's the only guy who can do anything extreme. Everything goes for him. He was the only guy who had any kind of scratches or scrapes or blood in the entire match.
And he's the only one who can.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Worked for him.
There was a table spot that cut his arm. Like, oh, jeez. I thought that was funny, too. Yeah.
So let's move on to the Savage Sentinel pasty for this week.
Woo!
We don't have a lot on it this week, but we haven't for a while, and that's just kind of the world we live in right now. It's the COVID world.
So a shortage sentinel, if you will. Why don't you kick it on off, Fat Mack?
Well, Pasty, it was announced Wednesday that Chris Jericho's Rockin' Wrestling Rager at Sea triple whammy, yes, folks, that'd be the third one, has been postponed and will now sail from Miami, Florida to Grand Bahama Island on Thursday, October 21st, 2021.
It's been postponed, so no whammies?
Through Monday, October 25th, 2021. Of course, the previous dates were February 1st, 2021 through February 5th, 2021. So you got a good 7-month interval there.
Yeah. Well, it'll probably get pushed back even further. We're going into shell mode, I feel like.
They're hoping the COVID shit gets better going forward. We don't know. I mean, Pasty and I know, at least in this state, starting tomorrow, mandatory masks anytime you're outside.
Yep.
So things aren't getting better as much as the.
Well, I mean, the president's wearing a mask now. I think that says something.
I'm not going to say it. Yeah, I'm not going to get political at all.
Okay.
The thing is, just do what you're told to do. How about that?
There's times to rebel.
Yeah. I heard a commercial. There's a commercial on our local radio station that plays that says, times are changing. Terms like social distancing, distance learning, and CDC recommendations. Things we never listened to before. It's like, what? We didn't listen to CDC recommendations before? What the fuck is going on? Isn't that their only job, is to tell us what to fucking do? What? How did that? What do you mean things we didn't listen to before? Yes, we've always listened to CDC I hope we've listened to CDC recommendations. My gosh. Why? How is that something we haven't listened to before now?
Hey, Fat Mack, E. coli is fake. I think somebody needs to tell you that.
I think so. I've had
not
E. coli.
real. It's a
not
myth.
Good.
Man. Yeah, no. Kirsten went to the store today, and I know this is a little bit derailing, but went to Walmart today. The mask mandate in Princeton started on Monday. But she's walking around, and everybody's got their masks on their ears, but down under their nose or off and under their chin completely.
Right, which doesn't work.
Kirsten walked by a lady asking a Walmart employee where the Clorox wipes are with no mask.
It's like, why don't you just put a condom on your sack?
Maybe she was going to make the mask out of the Clorox wipes. I like to think that maybe that, you know, I don't know.
Personally, I don't like wearing a mask, but also personally, if you tell me to wear a mask and if it's better for everybody else, I'm going to do it. It's not going to hurt me. It doesn't hurt me.
No.
It's an inconvenience, yes, but
it's not fun.
Literally having to put pants on is an inconvenience for me.
Yeah, right.
And I still have to do it when I leave the house. So if I can put pants on, I can put a fucking mask on. That's actually simpler.
My mom, she's in the older bracket, and all of her work friends are in the older bracket, so they're digging their heels into the ground. My mom went to the store, and she went to Walmart like 3 times in a day and said she got everything she's going to need for the rest of the year. I said, you're dumb. No, you didn't. There's no possible way. No. And then when what? New Year's Eve? The middle of winter comes and you're out of supplies and have to go to the store in flu season?
But the mask is going to reset on New Year's Eve, Pasty. It's like the clocks. They just tick back down to 0.
I don't know what people think. I don't know how people behave. I just try to be as decent as I possibly can be.
People are dumb. Let's get back to the show. I know. We don't like to do this, and we have to every now and then for our own sanity,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And it's the